minute and talk with you. Kind of been going through a lot of things here in the last couple, last month or two. Really trying to just kind of figure out life, as I'm going through, and had a good job. Everything was going pretty good, but what I realized is that at the end of the month, I was always broke. We call it living poor check to poor check, because you basically just get enough to get by, and getting by isn't getting you ahead. And what I realized is that nothing's getting cheaper, right? Taxes are increasing, property taxes are increasing, everything seems to be increasing except my paycheck. And what I've really come to understand is that the only way you're going to get ahead is doing something for yourself, right? Because at the end of the day, you have your best intentions in mind for yourself and yourself only. And the job, well, unfortunately, they just don't care about you. You're a number, and I don't care if you work for a company for 2 years or 20 years. At the end of the day, they'll replace you in a heartbeat. I found that out firsthand after working for a company for 7 years. Layoffs started happening, and before you know it, the writing was on the wall, so I left. So anyway, what that kind of let me do is have the opportunity to kind of start looking around to see what other kind of opportunities are out there. And really was kind of looking for something to just supplement my income at first. And what I realized, kind of my wife and I have this joke where she'll say, we need something for example, we have a couple dogs, and they need to get shots. And I don't know if you guys have pets, but that cost is outrageous. And anyway, we generally just say, I'm going to add it to the list, right? So meaning adding it to the list is something that can just be put off, and until things improve financially, we just don't know if we're ever going to get to it, right? And that happened recently, kind of looking at a hole in my roof. Really, every time it rained, I kind of crossed my fingers, hoping that it wasn't a serious downpour, because I'd have to get out a bucket and stick it under there. And really, guys, it just got to a point where it's absolutely insane. For $500 or actually $600, I could fix the hole, but I just didn't have the money, right? Since the insurance thing has taken place with Obamacare and all that, right? It got to a point where the Affordable Health Care Act, I couldn't afford insurance, ironically enough, right? It's supposed to be affordable for everybody. Well, I had to cancel mine, right? So as a father and as a dad, really kind of starting to see just not getting it done, right? Frustrated that I'm not able to provide like I should as a family, take care of my family, and really I shouldn't have to say no to my family for anything. Unless she wants to take a huge vacation, which unfortunately I still have never even been on a honeymoon, because it's just one of those things we had to add to the list, right? I mean, it got to the point where the list is so long, we just started laughing and joking every time we say it, because in both of our minds we're saying, just add it to the list, just add it to the list. And what I realized is that, even an extra $500 or $1,000 a month would solve the 95% of the things that I have on my list. Right, whether that's getting some insurance, getting the roof fixed. I've got some damage on a door in the house. All of these things. Unfortunately, we all have these same issues, and they're different for everyone else. But that right now you could probably think of at least 15 things that you would add to the list, right? That you just need to get to, but you can't afford.